Welcome to this coverage of the second T20I between South Africa and India. And the latest news from Highway is that India have won the toss. Not India, South Africa have won the toss and have opted to bowl.
You just did a Shashwat.
I did a Shashwat, but then
Mine was on a different level.
In a different
level. I
level,
was even
yeah.
ahead of this.
Yeah, so
He still did it. He was stopped at the toss.
at this point in time, see, before the toss also there was rain.
Yeah.
There was rain in Haibeha, and that is why the team that wins the toss would have definitely wanted to bowl, and that's what they have done. India are unchanged from their match that they won in Durban. It's the same 11 that's been playing. Sanju Samson, Abhishek Sharma, Suryakumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, Hardik Pandya, Rinku Singh, Akshar Patel, Arshdeep Singh, Ravi Bishnoi, Varun Chakravarti, Avesh Khan.
3 spinners again.
But I think it is worked
Overcast
for them.
conditions.
Well, I think in South Africa, the kind of sticky wickets that you're getting, I think you will want to ensure that you play as many. What is your strength? You'll stick to that. But I'm worried about the rain because it's coming from the coast. And if there is coastal, if it's very cloudy and if it is showing a grey area there, then I think you're in for a long delay then. Because Port Elizabeth, there was 60% chances of rain predicted today. Unfortunately, the first signs of it have already started. It was drizzling in Port Elizabeth, and that is why you're in trouble, my friend, if that is the case. But then India not making a change. Surprised or?
I think I'm okay with the decision. Probably would have liked to see a certain Ramandeep Singh play ahead of Akshar Patel maybe. But then I think his chance will come later in the series in the
Once
remaining
they win the series, maybe for the 4th T20I or something.
Yeah, maybe. See, at least the thing is that if you win today, you'll not lose the series.
Yeah.
You'll at least guarantee the fact that the at-max result that would happen apart from an India win would be South Africa tying the series.
Yeah.
But then I think, a good decision to stick with the 11. But I think there's going to be a bit of pressure on Abhishek Sharma. I think irrespective of how he does in this match, he's still going to be persisted with for the remaining 2 T20Is. But then I think he really needs to come good because he is fighting with Sanju Samson for that backup opener slot. And this is where I think he needs those big performances also.
Yep. Would you have made any changes in this match?
I wouldn't have, and I do agree with the fact that going in with 3 spinners, no matter what the conditions are. Firstly, what we saw in the previous game, what Sanju Samson did was absolutely amazing. He made batting look very easy on that wicket, but definitely that wasn't the case because we saw Indian batters after that coming in and struggling. What you could make out of that is that you need to come in and settle down for a bit and then you can play your shots. That's exactly what even Sanju Samson did, and he made it look very easy. So, the South African batters were not too comfortable in front of the spinners. All the spinners have been doing well. I think it's going to be a shootout between Ravi Bishnoi and Varun Chakravarti. I think Varun Chakravarti at this point is way ahead. But still, I think there are going to be 3 spinners are only going to be persisted with because you're looking at Hardik as a full-time bowling option. Like he can give you 4 overs on any given day. So this is a good combination of 3+3. Coming to Abhishek Sharma, definitely it's been quite a while now that he's not scored runs. The 100 that he scored ever since then, he has not scored any big runs. So the pressure is definitely on him. He needs to come out good and score big runs for the team. And yeah, that's and India will want to seal the series off today. At least assure themselves a draw in the series.
So, okay, there are 2 trouble areas that this Indian cricket team will have to address. It's been a dominant year for them. They have won 20.
Rinku, sorry to interrupt. I would want to see Rinku Singh come up the order now.
Okay. Rinku
Because
Singh.
again, the role he's been assigned, it's definitely going to be the finisher's role. But he's somebody who can sort of take the innings big. So I would want him to come up the order, maybe in place of Tilak Verma, so that he can take some time out, take some time on the wicket, and then make those runs big.
Okay, so there are some 3 problem areas that I am seeing creeping up in this Indian team. They have had a dominant year, just lost 1 T20 out of 23, so they have won 22 out of 23 of them. On top of that, they have just lost 1 to Zimbabwe. But there are problems creeping up, one in particular, the lower middle order. Last time in Durban, 35 of 6. 35 runs for 6 wickets and that too 5 overs. It didn't put them in a good stead. On any other day, it could have proved to be costly. But the main issue, second one is Abhishek Sharma. Second one is the third one's a minor one in Rinku. He's also not in that zone that he
He's
was
not batted
1
much
year.
too.
Exactly. So that's why maybe he might get a chance up the order. But Abhishek Sharma now, if Yashasvi Jaiswal and Shubman Gill come back in the Indian T20I setup, the first name who's going out is definitely Abhishek Sharma.
Yeah.
Because after that 100 that he scored,
Not just from the 11, from the squad itself.
maybe that could happen.
Yeah, that will happen.
I don't know. Maybe see if you pick a squad of 16, maybe you will need a backup opener if Sanju decides to play at
Sanju.
3.
No, but still Sanju fulfills both the options. Na? He can even bat
Yeah.
at 3 and also open for you.
Maybe.
So yeah, he's
so
definitely
see,
gone
he
way
fulfills
back.
3 things.
Yeah.
Opener, number 3 or a wicket keeper. You can even make Pant your backup keeper also in that case. So, Abhishek Sharma, after that 100 that he had against Zimbabwe, on flat decks he struggled. He didn't get big runs against Bangladesh. So, if he can, if suppose, let's propose this kind of a situation. If he doesn't have a good series here, doesn't have a good series against England also, if he's picked, what if he has a good IPL? Then do you think he'll still be in the reckoning? Or do you think that Abhishek Sharma, no, his time is up if he doesn't do well against South Africa and England?
No, see, I'll tell you what. I feel that 2 more games he's definitely getting.
Yeah.
Moving ahead. And I think one little more time, I think he would be even, because for a very long time now, you're not going to have your players who are playing Test cricket right now feature in the T20 setup. So, Yashasvi and Gill aren't coming back for a while. So I think the team is going to persist with him at least for the remaining 3 T20s, including this one and another series after this. But the pressure would definitely be on him, not just to keep his place for the time till in the second fiddle, in that sense, in the second fiddle T20I team, but moving ahead, and he definitely knows that. I think the thing that is going against him is that I love the way he bats. I love the kind of approach he has. I like the killer extent to go after a 6 for every delivery, and that's what has given him success, and that's what he's doing. But I think at this point, at the place where he is in, as far as his career is concerned, and seeing the options the Indian team has, he needs to be a little selfish and buy down time. A little time he should buy and then go after the bowlers. I think that is something that he needs to change just a little bit in his approach, because that is something that's gone against him, because he's trying to hit a 6 on every delivery. Although that's a great way to go about in T20 cricket, but again, you need to be a little selfish when you're still starting out in your career. Just a couple of deliveries before you go all guns blazing, like Sanju has been doing. That's just because of the situations, because these situations are such that you need to take some time. On flat takes, you can still go.
You know, the problem is in being selfish. See, I understand that he has to score some runs. But if it doesn't benefit the team, then what do you do?
Exactly.
Now, this current regime has said, forget milestones. Don't go after milestones. Go aggressive from ball 1 onwards, and Abhishek Sharma and Sanju Samson are fulfilling that role to the hilt. But it's a double-edged sword, because if you don't do well, then you will be in the chopping block immediately. You have to do well, but at the same time ensure you maintain your position. That is a new challenge that this Indian cricket team is facing at this stage. So, my only concern is if Abhishek Sharma can't adapt to that. For example, would you take a 25 or 6 or a 25 or 7 or 10? Would you take that?
But he's not reaching there too, na?
If he reaches. Or would you take a 50 of 35 balls or
No,
40
I take the
balls?
27 of
25 of 10. Absolutely.
25 of 10?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think in case of Abhishek Sharma, I think Bhalla had his point that he's probably going to be there for at least the England series. I have a feeling that the remaining 3 matches are going to be the most important for Abhishek Sharma, because at some point in the England series, not all the 5 T20Is that the 2 teams are going to play, at some point, I feel Shubman Gill and Yashasvi Jaiswal are going to make a comeback. They may not play all the matches in the...
Comeback in what sense?
Like the T20I comeback against England. That's what I'm saying. In January, that's going to take place next year. So, this is where I feel that the remaining 3 matches are going to be key. And, as I said earlier, he is fighting for that backup openers slot also, because remember, you can still play Sanju Samson as a keeper, as a fielder, and you can yet have him as your opening batter or a number 3 batter also. So that's where I think there is a close competition between both of them. And as far as the current form is concerned, Sanju is clearly above Abhishek.
Of course. I mean, see, Sanju Samson is now miles ahead on current form, but everything could change. I'll just point out a disclaimer. everything could change if Sanju fails today, because he is due for a failure at this point, because he's had 200s. Everybody's egging him on to make it 3 out of 3, a hat trick. No one's ever done it in T20I history, by the way. But South Africa will know, yes, first game they were all over the shop. Now they will want to ensure that Sanju doesn't get a big score. And basically, if you look at it in Haibeha, India have had a pretty mixed record here. So that is why they will want to ensure that Sanju Samson does not get a big score. Because if that happens, then South Africa will be totally demoralized. Because what did Sanju Samson say? In the press conference that we've done, Sanju Samson stated, I just have to stay at the wicket. After that, run scoring ability and run making ability of every ball, I know how to go about it now. He's in that space. So Sanju Samson will ensure that, okay, I need to survive at least 7 to 10 balls. And then after that, I go bang bang. Because South Africa's spinners, I mean, Keshav Maharaj had a pretty bad day in Durban.
Yes.
So did Peter Gamboese. But at this point in time, look at it. Who does he have to fear the most? Because again, I think this Port Elizabeth or Haibeha wicket is going to have extra bounce here also.
That has actually been Abhishek Sharma's Achilles heel also. If we talk about it, I think in case of both Sanju and Abhishek Sharma, one thing that has been established over the last few T20s is that Sanju is playing the rising delivery really well. You look at the final T20I between India and Bangladesh at Uppal in Hyderabad. Abhishek Sharma, he got out to a rising delivery. He wanted to pull, but then he got a top edge. Pretty much the same case in the first T20I against South Africa also.
Has he survived for even 10 balls since the couple of games?
Yes, he has. He has.
One.
It was against Zimbabwe only. One of the T20Is.
Bangladesh and now. I don't think so. That's happened.
Yeah.
No, wait. I'll just check. You guys carry the conversation.
Yeah. So
forward,
this is where I feel that the rising delivery is a big problem for Abhishek Sharma. So on these pitches, if someone asks me that who I would want to prefer irrespective of the form, on any given day I would go with Sanju Samson because of his technical superiority in comparison to a certain Abhishek there.
Okay, so if you look at it, 14 of 11, 15 of 11, that's it. Only 2 knocks in 5. In the last 5 innings, only 2.
Twice he has gone past 10 deliveries.
10 balls, yes. His best has been 100 of 47 balls. So this is his breakup. First match, he got out for a 4-ball duck. 100 of 47, 10 of 9, 14 of 11, 16 of 7, 15 of 11, 4 of 4, 7 of 8.
So as soon as he crosses 11 deliveries, he makes it big.
Yes, that is the case. That is right.
He's only made it big once.
Once, yeah.
No, but I just feel he's just going after all the deliveries and everything. Now I think it's more about, with Abhishek Sharma, he's sort of not trying to time the ball the way he was in IPL. He's just trying to hit the ball out of the park, and that's not how he's got the success, and that's not a kind of player that he is. So I think it's just about he should just take a deep breath, and I think today could be his day very well.
Well, let's hope so, because see, then again, the old adage, it's a good headache to have, will again crop up. But then you never have a good headache. Headaches are always bad. So 14, 16, 15, 4, 10, 14, 16, 15, 4, 7. These have been his knocks ever since that 100 against Zimbabwe.
She said today he's...
Well, let's hope Abhishek Sharma can do it, because see, he's got the strokes, he's got the talent. I mean, he's getting mentored by Yuvraj Singh, but even Yuvraj's numbers, barring that Durban masterclass and that in against Australia and England, it was kind of underwhelming in the next 4 to 5 years when you look at it. It all culminated, unfortunately, with that horrific 11 of 21 in that final. So that's why T20 format is not easy to succeed. Everybody thinks T20 format is easy to succeed. No. Every format has got its own problems, and succeeding in that is very difficult. I mean, Sehwag did not succeed that much in T20s, T20Is rather, I would add. Then if you look at it, all the other big stalwarts, MS Dhoni never succeeded in T20Is. T20 IPL, he was great until 2019. The problem is, even Rohit Sharma, if you look at T20s, IPL, ironically, he's never done well. But he's done well in T20Is. So that is why this format is very, very difficult to master, and Abhishek Sharma is finding it out in the worst way, because 166 minus 100, next 7 innings have yielded only 66 runs. That is how the trough is for Abhishek Sharma. So it's extreme. So we hope that in this, but then again, overcast conditions, bouncy wickets, potential stop start because of the rain. So we hope that he can continue because today is the earliest start.
I think he's playing on his reputation as well. I think he knows that what his reputation is and he's trying to stand up to that rather than playing the delivery. I think that's just a very minor adjustment that he needs to do, and I'm pretty sure he knows about it, of course, because if we can see it from the outside, he definitely knows it. Yuvraj Singh would have talked to him and all of these things. So I think
the ball on the ground and all that.
No, ground round is not required. Let him go for that.
Yeah.
One thing that
Just a little.
the current set of batters are doing better than the previous set of batters is that they are not really going into a shell once they pass a milestone.
Yes.
You look at Sanju Samson, once he got past the 50, he did not really
He took
take
20
those
20 deliveries for the next 50.
next 50. So I think that's a good thing that they are doing, because Sanju, it clearly shows from his intent also, he's not playing for the milestones, and that's why he's probably
He
getting
got out
there.
for an 80 odd or something also recently. Not 80 odd.
77 against Ireland.
Yeah.
Last year.
Year. But now after that Sri Lanka where he touched rock bottom with 2 zeros yet again, he's been on a high. So that's why Sanju, there is no question about him. He's getting all the games. He may get even England also. So let's wait on him for that. But then as far as the bowling is concerned, they have been clinical. They have been the ones who gotten India over the line.
Varun Chakravarti's been the find.
Fine, Allah, and same with Ravi
Remember
Bishnoi.
the first time he was about to play, you guys were against it. I was the only one who wanted him to
As
play.
much as I like
First time
the
when he
fact
was
that
about to play.
he has made a comeback and he's getting those wickets also ever since that Bangladesh series, I don't know whether he really merited a selection or not.
Wait,
No.
I would only say wait and watch.
I think he was the second
You are
highest
not-
wicket taker in IPL.
In a way, I feel
IPL
that in a way I feel that you are not doing justice to Ravi Bishnoi. You are not giving him those consistent chances. He was unlucky to miss out for the T20 World Cup squad also.
Because we sort of we do not count the IPL that much. I know we talk about this fact that IPL, what people have done in the IPL doesn't really matter. But I know it shouldn't matter, but that's not the case. It happens. What your IPL performance does merit your place, and we have to see what he did in the IPL. Otherwise, to even Rinku Singh even did not deserve not to be in that.
If
side.
fitness was the criteria, Varun Chakravarti wouldn't have been selected in India's squad.
No.
I'm just putting forward a point.
Yeah, but Ravi Bishnoi is a lot more flatter, doesn't have that much variety. On the other hand, Varun
Despite being
Chakravarti.
flattered, despite being whatever the kind of bowler Ravi Bishnoi is, he is still India's top ranked ICC bowler in T20Is, and that's something that he was in the T20I format even before the T20
But
World
rankings,
Cup
we know
also.
that what the rankings really matter.
I'm not basing it on rankings. I'm just looking at performances. I mean, he was one of the top wicket takers in the Australia series that followed after the World Cup. But then it's like, I perform well, say Kuldeep Yadav gets a 5-4, gets dropped. Ravi Bishnoi, the more he performs, there is even more trouble in that sense. So
Looking less cloudy now.
it
no?
is. I think,
It looks, I think a bit
sunny.
sun is out.
Yeah.
the sun is out. So, but I think there is rain predicted later on, 60%. So that's why that's the situation. But Ravi Bishnoi, he's been very, very unfortunate. Let's make no mistake about it. He's been very unfortunate. See, Chakravarti coming back is great. Credit to him. I mean, even in that New Zealand match in the 2021 T20 World Cup, he was economical. There's no doubt about it. He was economical. And on top of that, he was accurate. But then his fitness and everything else went out. KKR gave him a second lease of life and he's capitalizing on it. It is going to be a straight shootout. Because see, Kuldeep is going to also possibly be in the fray. Maybe he could be in the fray. So let's see how it pans out. So
Let's take a
today there are, let's take so 2 major people to look out for. Abhishek Sharma, that will be very important how he shapes up. And second, can India avoid a middle order collapse then? So it is a big thing.
Also, Pakistan in the morning created history.
Oh yes,
We didn't talk about
22
that.
years
by
later.
defeating a B Australia team.
No. Australia team.
I mean,
B and today it was B. Before this, there wasn't B.
see,
Before
the
this,
one
everyone
match
was
where
playing.
they all played, you lost by 2 wickets in Melbourne, where all of the Aussies played.
No, in the second also everyone played.
Second also everybody played, but then here in the decider they decide to rest all of them. 2 weeks of preparation for the BGT then. So yeah, I mean, no, taking nothing away from Pakistan, they were in turmoil.
Yeah.
2-1, they won the test series in England against England. Now they have won 2-1. For the first time in 22 years, you have won a series in Australia. But everybody is saying, oh, everything is changing. No, boss. I mean, somewhere down the line, this is not the first time Pakistan have won a series in Australia. Na? They have won it in 2022. Their first World Cup came in Australia, for crying out loud. So they do like to play in Australia.
World
but they
Cup,
are
96 World Cup.
92. They beat England in Melbourne. But then I'm saying Pakistan, 1 minute up, 1 minute down. That's how they are. So that's why I am very I'll take Pakistan with a pinch of salt. I'm not going to push them as favourites, but they're building up serious momentum for the ICC Champions Trophy. Danush is saying Rituraj T20I average close to 40, but not talking about him.
I think I'll just go by Suryakumar Yadav's comment. Uska number aayega.
Yes, please go back to that press conference that he did, Danush, because he said his time will come. So that is why we hope it comes. Maybe it will come in the England tour, because this series is just an audition for the mega auction. The real T20Is that's going to begin will be from July, August, when they play England, in England. Yeah. From that time on until 2026, it's going to be high octane T20I action. So let's see. I think it's not happening in October, November. I think it's happening in January, Feb, if I'm not mistaken.
T20 World Cup.
I think so. 2026 T20 World Cup in India, Sri Lanka is happening in Jan, Feb, not October, November. So,
which means you'll not have that much time.
Yep. So,
after the England series.
Yeah. GGK is saying Sanju era continues, another big knock. It is already end of Pant, 75 plus Pant in T20. I mean, as usual, he has two agendas. One, to put down Sir Rishabh Pant. The second is to put down Virat Kohli. That's his agenda all the time. So, yeah, I mean, Sanju era, let's see. He should do well. But if he's due for a failure, then let's not be very fickle about it. That's what I will say. Sarat Chandra is asking me, Sid sir also Klaasen is a spin beast. I didn't see him do well in West Indies except flat final. Didn't see well doing in Eden versus India and last game too. Even Patidar scores well versus spin in flat pitches. I don't want to compare it with Rajat Patidar, but see, Klaasen, I also didn't think that 23 crores was merited for him. Honestly, I didn't think he was a 23 crore return. I felt at max he could be 11 crore return.
Who?
Heinrich Klaasen.
She said not 11 crore.
14 crore would have been perfect.
No.
I have a feeling that in case of Klaasen, I think
he's a beast.
No way.
I have a feeling that there's going to be a captaincy change in Sunrisers Hyderabad.
No chance. Otherwise, they would not have retained Pat Cummins for 18.
No. Cummins is going to be the captain.
Yeah.
I know, but still.
Maybe after 2025, maybe after 2025.
It's a possibility.
Maybe. But again, Klaasen has played knocks in the past, but then it's not been consistent.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. So that is the way I'm looking at. Priyanshu is asking you, Shashwat, question to Shashwat. KL playing 50 tests is a big sample size. Then why do you want to keep playing Pant who has played 75 matches?
This question is for me.
Of course. Question to Ayush. Is there anybody else named Shashwat here?
I did not see. That was Parth.
The guy who has just entered the studio.
That is Mohit.
Okay.
No. I'll just give my answer to that. Firstly, I feel Rishabh Pant's T20I numbers versus his IPL numbers are very different, and the format is same. Even though we do not mix IPL and international cricket, but that's how we judge players, and that's how exactly the selectors also judge the players. KL Rahul doesn't show any sign of doing any better, but Rishabh Pant, on the other hand, it's the other formats that he is still performing in, and you know that he has that X factor and he can replicate it in T20.
I will have to. I thought I would stay out of the conversation, but I have a cross question for Shashwat. Yeah. As far as that is concerned, how are you forgetting KL Rahul's numbers in ODIs in that case?
No, just ODIs. No, that's white ball and red ball. That is
9.15 average.
That's white ball and red ball. So that's white ball and red ball. Rishabh Pant also, I'm just talking about the same format, but it's just IPL and T20Is.
But going by that logic only, KL Rahul, let's be honest, is meted out much harsher treatment. Rishabh Pant, of course, has the respect of you and I and several others joining us right now, but the same courtesy at times goes missing for KL Rahul.
But
I'm just saying, I'm not asking you to pick sides or anything.
No, I'm not.
But this is the harsh reality.
But
those are not impressive numbers.
No, but Rishabh Pant was out of the T20I side for close to a year. Nobody else sort of then came in and cemented their place.
Look at his numbers even.
But there was nobody else who came in. Then at that point, somebody should have come in because Pant has not played too many. We took out the last 10 matches stats of Sanju and Pant yesterday.
The honest thing over here is we talk about extended ropes also being very differential at times and not the same for everyone. Different strokes for different folks. and mixing formats is also done as per convenience, different strokes for different folks.
Yep.
That's how it is.
Yes. Dex is asking me, Chris Morris or Lance Morris?
As of now, no one. Both are injury prone.
No, then Chris Morris got 16.25 crores in the IPL auction, I remember.
But that was a mini auction.
That was
Delhi
a mini
only.
auction.
But I see Lance Morris playing some part in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. That's a possibility.
But I don't think so. They've
But
already announced
Max
the
Sweeney
13.
also, I told you, he'll open.
Nathan McSweeney. Yep, he's going to be the designated opener along with Usman Khwaja.
It's surprising that they had other options as far as openers were concerned, but they still went with the middle order batter.
You know, I mean, Nathan McSweeney's never opened.
Yeah. No. Not officially.
now.
He's
Now
not an
he's
official
open.
opener. Designated
He
opener.
was your number 3 in the Sheffield Shield at this stage, but he got tough runs against in tough conditions because on I think it was a seaming wicket at Belrive and also at Melbourne, he got good runs against good quality opponents. So,
Yeah, I think that's a very big reason they've gone with him because he gets in the experience too.
yeah. Parth is saying, which X factor you keep talking about? Name Pant's single match winning innings. Okay, I'm going by your one word. Single match winning innings in T20. Pakistan.
And even the
2024.
30 odd against England in the semi-finals.
Gotcha.
Sarat Chandra,
Are we sure that
finally
he got
well said,
13?
Harshit sir.
By the way,
He got
by the
13
way,
semi-finals.
But let's be honest about those 42 runs as well. Those were scratchy 42
Arre,
runs.
yeah.
Yes, again, I'm not discrediting Rishabh Pant over here. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I may have said something which may offend the passionate Rishabh Pant fans out there. But you ask Rishabh Pant, he will tell you 20 of those 42 runs was scratchy.
Of course, it was.
But the surface was also such. You
But
had
I-
to ride your luck.
But I think
You had to
I
ride
also
your
think the reason he's getting such a long rope is also a very big reason for that is that he's done in IPL too. Because IPL, I know it's not the right benchmark to see how what players are doing, but everyone does see that.
No, that's fair. You have made decisions in the past based on
World Cup. You did not take
changed your
Rinku.
opening pair
Yeah,
based
exactly,
on how players
exactly.
were performing. You
IPL.
changed your approach. You picked up players. You gave people a second lease of life in another format depending on how they
Exactly.
perform. So yeah.
So,
That's how it works.
we'll have a bigger Rishabh Pant versus Sanju Samson debate after the post match.
Prediction?
175 and India winning. 175 for 5.
I should not be the one to comment because I was busy. I don't have a fair assessment of the pitch, so I will take the 5th as they say.
kind enough to allow you have a prediction.
I don't want to make a wrong prediction.
Okay. Balla?
I'd go for 203.
Again?
India winning, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
Abhishek
go for,
Sharma scoring big.
Okay, I'll go for 185 for 5 in 20 overs. And India winning.
Yep. Indeed. Oh, he's gone. Sanju's gone for a duck. What was I saying? He's due a failure.
Man,
He's due.
I have to talk to you now after this live.
No, I'll still say 175 for 5.
Your prediction?
160.
Okay.
160.
My stays the same.
I'll just take Sachin Kashyap's comment as well. He's asking about what hopes I have with Ruud van Nistelrooy. By the way, just got that notification. The match is kicked off.
Yeah.
250th appearance, by the way, for Bruno Fernandes.
Wow.
He was he was given a tribute by the new owner who was on the pitch. He was presented a big shirt as well, which had 250 written on it. I do see a change. I do see positivity around Old Trafford right now. A couple of very good results against Leicester, and I am hopeful as well of exactly the same scoreline, Sachin, as you projected. 3-0 is what I'm hoping for as well.
Well, yeah.
And
Ruud van Nistelrooy, man. What a
And
legend.
Parth is right. Pant scored 4 only in the semi-final versus England, not 30. So yeah.
I'll also take this Shadraj comment. Can someone tell me how to pronounce Haibeha?
Yeah, that's the pronunciation.
Haibeha.
Haibeha. So, thank you so much, folks, for joining us. We'll be back for a bigger discussion for the post-match. Of course, we'll be back for the mid-innings also. So, from me, Harshit, Gulati and Shashwat, it's bye-bye. See you in the mid-innings.